It is said that dragons are not from this world. Ancient civilizations such as the Aztecs, Mayans, Hindus, Chinese and others believed in them, carving, painting or representing them. Most of these representations were very similar. One highly represented dragon, he measured between 2 and 5 meters, was wide, with claws, a large muzzle, snake-like eyes, prominent fangs, a feline nose, small pointed ears, and without wings. Another commonly depicted dragon is a green one, serpent-like, with scales, a feathered tail, claws, snake-like eyes, a lion's nose, large pointed ears with prominent whiskers and eyebrows. Some with wings, as in the West, and others wingless but still able to fly in different green and red colors. On some occasions, these dragons were mounted by extraordinary beings or men, or they themselves personified an entity or deity. Both the primitive Mayans, Aztecs, and Chinese revered them as gods from the sky. They also believed in beings that came from the stars and with a thirst for conquest. A man who had migrated from Europe to the United States was said to conceive brilliant ideas just by imagining or dreaming them. He had left his homeland on a recommendation to settle in the land of America. He demonstrated his brilliance on several occasions and was developing future technology. So he secluded himself in a small county in the southern United States to continue his research. He was considered very strange in his county, so although his distant neighbors were friendly, he only limited himself to greeting them. One night, from afar, a light was seen coming from the windows of that strange neighbor, and after that, he was not seen for 6 months. During his absence, rumors spread among the county's residents about strange noises and flashing lights coming from his house. Some even claimed to have heard buzzing and beeping that echoed in the silent nights, adding to the mystery surrounding John Barton and his laboratory. The community's curiosity intensified, leaving everyone intrigued and speculating about the activities of the enigmatic inventor. Curious to explore the new world? After setting up a very modern and hidden camp, he began to explore the new world. The landscape was very green and mountainous, with the large mountains overlooking each other, and the days were longer than on Earth, as were the nights. Fortunately, the vegetation and rivers helped the small beings to live. For a long stretch, there were only green grasslands on the large mountain plateaus, until in the distance, the large forests could be seen. He ventured into the forest and camped. A small sound was heard in the trees, and suddenly, some reptilians captured him. The beings were reptile men, intelligent and swift. When captured and taken by the reptilians, they began to speak to him in different languages, and he responded. Upon hearing him, they began to speak to him in their own language, asking him questions, but they did not respond to anything until they took him to the city kingdom of the reptilians. The reptilians' kingdom. The city was fortified on a mountain, and he was brought before the Council of the Reptilians to be interrogated by them. The warriors removed his restraints and presented him. The council was dressed in tunics of white fabric, similar to ancient Greeks and Roman senators, and others in different colors. Upon entering the hall, drawings on the walls of conquests of peoples and worlds could be clearly seen. The beings were very similar to humans, but of different statures and shapes. Upon learning that he was an inventor, very advanced from Earth, they forced him to become a slave in their service, to make weapons for them. He did not resist much because he wanted to know more about them. Although the beings seemed very threatening, they did not seem to want to harm him. Rather, they were